fish looking his way back, trying to find his way back to the water. See his way around the outside.
Through the outside.
On the outside, around the outside, takes a couple shots there. Cloud goes down. That's a big elimination, teammate to teammate there. Corner at it, jumps around, baits the shot. Are you kidding me?
King Trig does break the final ball. It's Purs who's now in a build battle with him as well. And Purs will have to give that one up for the moment, it appears, as King Trig is on height.
We're at the point now where we have 1:07 until this circle closes all the way, and there's no safe land left. Shots from underneath. Trig goes down. Back-to-back. Purs beaming Trig and Rowe from underneath there. Picks up the first 2 elims of the game, and I think at this point Purs says, all right, let's get this thing started. I'm ready. Looking down from above. The Shadow Bomb. A handful of infantry rifle shots, and Shadow Fox goes down. 3 elims. 3 players left. Here we go. Going for it. Commandment's going to take all the damage he can. See him just squatted out on the bottom.
He's got bandages too. Getting sprayed at now, though. Ah, it's done.
Oh! Wait!
No,
wait!
Purs won.
He was about to tick out to the storm, and he peeked over the top.
They both were.
Commandment was at 50.
Yeah, and kind of, you saw the boogies fall out of favor with the removal of vehicles for the past 2 weekends, but now with vehicles back in, see a lot of players opting to carry those boogies again, able to drop the ballers out or catch somebody off guard. But right now, Kovac, great job picking up Aroa there on the angle with that.
I mean, look, he just has to pick up a siphon along the way.
Yeah, and he's already sitting on 5 elims as now we're inside the top 25. So 8 points for Uncle Sosa so far as he's looking again back towards the backside of the storm, having just enough edge and then immediately dropping down and looking to challenge again. And you talked about this loadout being sparse, but with what stage of the circle we're in this range, I mean, the DPS-wise, they're right there with everything else. But Sosa gets abused by Pure Furious as he pushes in, but also a nice little bit of retribution. Not going to get the point, but says, hey, Furious, you need to come wait with me. Next placement threshold is top 5, and right now, Linane trying to find another elim. Great scare. Rotation to get in the box. He picks up Stain CD, and he makes sure he gets the build, also gets the Rift, but now the Rift is so far away.
He needs at least something else. On the other hand, though, Neville on Twitch, he's got that epic AR. He's got the epic combat. He's got 2 Shadow Bombs. He's got a mini as well, health. This guy's got it all. He just was looking to close out the game. More eliminations. That's his 5th, and we're now 2 away from top 5.
And now this lobby is stacked. You have Linane up on ultimate high. You have Kaizui and Hogman in between. You have Legendian in the bottom right on that low ground, trying to pop a medkit as the storm is closing in. Will just get it as Kaizui picks up Nooble, and we're into the top 5. Hogman trades out right away on Kaizui, and right now you have Linan on the high ground. Legendian, the common tack, and try and find a shot, but Legendian is running out of room, going to let them fight as Linane just destroys Hogman, and then he goes challenging. Tack versus combat shotgun. Who wins? Linane says, I don't care if you got a combat shotgun. Give me the high ground, give me a great tack, and let me run the lobby. You got Sick Degenerate in there as well. Clarity G, Seabass, a bunch of players who we've seen before, very active in the community. But right now, Clarity trying to find a way into this player's box. Does have a trap down on the ground, able to break the ramp. Will the trap fire? It does. Actually, I'm not sure that's his trap. That might have been Lyric's defensive trap.
Does he go for the pickup? Unfortunately, he does not. He needs to pick this up.
His board. He needs to get it. Good job.
It's too rapid.
He put the ramp in the place, but he missed the edit 3 different times in a row, and he still hasn't been able to capitalize, but he did pick up the traps when he went through those, so then he walls off Frosty, gets it, and now he's still going forward. Cole, brilliantly done to get out of that, and you see the difference of a siphon. It continues tunneling away. Double edit down, looking for anything he can, but he has plenty of mats now, sitting on 75 total builds, but he still has been stuck on the backside of the storm, misses an edit, misses another 11 HP in a dream, has a drum gun, and he finds Watery Shoes, but Cotter puts him down just outside of the top 15. Great run, great effort, but it falls just short now.
And take him down, but look down below! Sundown, look at all the players!
So this is what I talked about. Look, the actual play space is on the side of the mountain, so players can't set their feet. So everyone who rifted wasn't able to put down builds, and it kept going out. Owl's gonna fall, Clarity's gonna fall, Seabass goes down, Echo's desperately trying to get around. Owl actually found a launch pad and got back in. Echo's engaged in a fight, and picks up an elim. Great 3-point swing there when everything looks so desperate. Cherries needs to look up, and he does. Owls goes down, so now we're into the top 3, and the space is getting awkward. He hears the redeploys, knows they have to be right next to him, and he finds
one
them.
more.
1, 2, 3, can he find it? It's Degenerate above him. It's Cherry. Can he close it out? He has the flint knock, gets a great rotation on the ramp, finds the player, edits it down. Can he find the shots? The player trading out the combats, and Clarity can't find it. Luxury's Cherry takes the high ground, says, hey.
You could just be sending shots through, forcing player to burn their resources. That's what this is ultimately boils down to, right? You being able to attack everyone else's resources. Am I burning a half shield that now you don't have access to later? Am I forcing you to use that rift when you needed to save it? Look at that. He just finds Tfue one there.
So that was the player originally he had chipped, and he got 216 white shots on, and he knew that player doesn't have shields, knew he's pinned against the storm, waits until the player felt comfortable to rotate, and then he's able to pick it up. But if you don't throw those shots towards that, and now he's burned through almost 100 light ammo, and luckily, as it got kicked over to the storm, right as Nanolight was able to get the refresh, so should.
He's trying to track the player, but unfortunately they are gone with the win here. Now Symphony, I mean, he's honestly in, oh, never mind, he's in great condition as he finds an elim there, a very cheeky one at that. Sundown, I mean, he's in a great position. Can he close it out, though?
Trying to peek through the cone, knows there's a player right next to him. The player not aware, puts 1-2 traps down, and word, bro, gets destroyed. That's why you always got to check your cone. Brilliantly done from Advith. But now, Symphony working from the top down. He's in your top right. Fernando, who we've seen be so close to qualifying in solos in the bottom right, as Symphony begins firing down. Trades it back out as Symphony is going to get basically gifted a free elim. It doesn't get much better than that as he just fires the RPGs into that open space. Advith versus Fernando on the low ground. Fernando ducks the headshot from Advith, but this is all on Symphony, and it's almost too easy. Pulls the dual wield axes out right at the end as his feet touch the ground. We can't be perfect.
Like no one those teeth. Oh, Innocence. Actually just charges on in and takes out Mulal right in front. He's in a baller. Try to get away.
Are you now?
So I appreciate that. So I think. And Cole's actually going to get blocked out of this one. Use that snipe, goes in, charges forward, and is going to tag him for a substantial amount of blue, and then to follow up onto Zerko. Doesn't really have much to contest. He's only going to have 64 HP total. He actually gets tagged on the side and is going to get the boost in the HP there. That's an elimination onto Echoes, and he's looking for another. You're literally going up this hill, and then it moves over to the side. It doesn't get easy at all, but that is exactly what you want to see in an endgame. Players spell doom for them. And here's Innocence with 4 eliminations. He's going to try and push on in. Oh, my word.
Aim. That was a straight no-scope golden.
For eliminations, looking for another one. He's gonna peel him, that's Landjock.
Who already qualified in duos with Punisher. Another big elimination right there as Innocence now waterfalls down. He hasn't quite reloaded the heavy sniper though. So here it is, he's looking for the opportunity, and there,
oh my.
Straight through the storm. Bye-bye Cole, another player who was looking so good in this game.
Excuse me, was the name down low. Innocence looking to push on through to the box.
Oh
it's
no.
Hurt. And
Dodge
that is nasty, and still is going to be in this one. Innocence. But this is going to come down to the wire here. Innocence, mid-ground. He's going to jump down, but Tickers gets the better of him, and now it's going to be Robnite versus Tickers. And Robnite does have the life lead against Tickers currently, so if it goes down to a heal-off, it will be Robnite who gets the better of it. Yes, Robnite will, in fact, get the victory royale because Tickers did not have the HP to stay up in this matchup.
Get a better spot so he can put some offense down here. He's got the combat ready. Doesn't quite know yet, but someone pushes the box, and it's a big mistake from Tilt as Blue T lands all of his shots in succession.
But he doesn't have a lot of health to work with, Monster. That's where things get dangerous. And barely any resources remaining. Just 5 builds left. And he's going to push in, and Symphony was caught drinking.
Just waiting. Notice he's trying to keep that storm line. Use a nice little edit right there. He gets out. He's still in the game.
He's got 1 build left, Monster. That's it. He needs to get this elimination, and it will be an elimination onto a Baby Badger, then a follow-up for Clutch. That's going to be a double elim there. Very well done from the player who already qualified.
He's going to go with the rotation. There's a player right nearby. It's probably Nate Hill in the low ground as he gets traded out. Nate Hill catches another one. Or it's Blue T. It's Blue T. Who's actually right there. He goes down to Carson.
Keanu the streamer gets themselves an elimination, but it's going to be Carson who gets the better of Keanu, and now it'll be a 1v1 as it's Tragics and Carson going up against one another, and Tragics is going to be down low. You got to be careful about the water. Remember, if you go in there, your movement's going to be slowed, so you just want to keep the feet above the water. Carson, though, wants to get the high ground to stand tall against Carson, and this is looking like Carson's match, and it is victory royale. The high ground maintained. Very well done.
Seen that happen before.
Feel like you've lived that in the past.
Oh, dude, scarred, bro. Scarred.
Scarred for life.
Scarred.
Now we're here, 72. 72 hours, this guy.
Pick right there.
Another great Fortnite player. A different name back then. So
Drawlin Pumpkin 72, dude.
Drawlin Pumpkin 72. That was his alt account back in the day. It's true. He was Enraged Gnome 37.
Kind of baits a window right there. Does decide, you know what? I'm gonna let the Storm kind of do this thing. And there are so many players in this little valley here.
Oh, that was
He had
dirty.
to. He had to.
He had to, but that was still dirty. Because he went inside of the baller, got the added protection there, because remember, it's going to give you 150, quote-unquote shields, right? In these situations, like, look at the way he's playing this one right here. Literally just recognizing that there was a player that had to push, so 72 waited. He waited for the moment. A play here, and he does have a lot of this territory belonging to him, and we'll get a few more builds out of that one. I don't know if you saw, but was at 0 for the time being, and then charges forward to get elimination. Reaps the benefits of the siphon. 1 to his left as well, as we have 14 players remaining in 72. Perhaps he's going to see another opportunity to get aggressive, but the trap is going to go down. Needs to be mindful. Gets outside of him. Owns that wall.
The door?
Owns that wall, made the door. That player drops down. That's Zeparian. He was not able to get out of there in time. Gets another elimination onto Druck. Maybe the follow-up for the third. But that player is going to be able to get out of dodge right in the nick of time. And 72 hours went from a really tough spot to
72 just showcasing that he has what it takes here. Makes another edit, catches his opponent off guard. Is he going to win this trade here as he commits fully to the low ground, connects again? 72 is making this lobby all his right here.
Yeah, but this is not looking good, Monster, because he's not going to have a lot of HP remaining. He won't have an opportunity to go in there for the challenge. His back is against the Storm, but he gets another one, and finally he's going to get cleared up by Aguilar. That was just a nasty run there from 72.
Anything can kind of unfold here, Golden Boy.
Yeah, and James, that he gets knocked down, and Creo as well, so Creo's going to be in a rough spot, but will be in the safe zone. That's where Snood wants to be, and he's just going to clothesline through that player, clothesline through Creo. Now it's going to be Aguilar versus Snood. Snood does not have the HP, but he's able to get the win. Oh, my word. What a play from Snood. Went out through the side and then caught Aguilar off guard. I think Zealous will be all right. If Zealous doesn't get picked or get taken off guard, there's going to be a player right next to him. He does get control of it. Knocks that player down, pushes into the box, and that's going to be Xylamu. Unfortunately for him.
He actually threw a cone down. He broke the ramp first instead of going for the connection with the AR. He does a cone first. Zealous finds another here. That was actually 140 effective damage. Pushed right in, does the same exact thing. Cone down as Crypt goes down. Zealous here. He's got the strats. Will it be worth it? Perfect time!
Oh, and he's going to drop the Splodes down, and he manages to take out one player. Avery, goodbye. Maybe another one. Yes, Tears, who is right inside of that box, but Nanolite has to get in. He won't be able to. Zealous wins the game. He tried to put the launch pad down and get above, but Zealous was right on top of him the whole time. He's got to cut through some of these builds. This isn't good. He's got to get through to the safe zone. He's going to be in. Player's going to be right in front of him.
2. Can he get the shot right here? He needs the combat. They're in the zone. Nani does go down.
He's got to get through here. There's going to be one player on the other side of this. He's got to get through. He does manage to get to the safe area. Now we're going to be in a top 3 situation. Frey gets the better of Nay, and up above, it's going to be Tilt. Tilt does have that HP lead, so if he does not get ticked, he will be okay. Plenty of builds remaining. Plenty of builds left. And Frey, he's already eaten damage, and this should be a victory royale for Tilt. Yes, it is. Tilt picks it up.
Solid end game. Poorly executed, unfortunately, at the end there.
Towards the top half of it, and at the top, Hogman 91 points, 10 points above second, 41 elims with 4 victory royales. The only player in the top 10 with that number you see there. 2 Faze players to follow, Nate Hill and Tilt. But this whole top 10, a lot of familiar names we've seen, Sundown.
Yeah, you got Germ, Innocent, Symphony, Drew Clank, who I called out right before that. Hornet, Zealous, RTS able to get himself up there with a great performance that we just saw. And then Rob Knight also rounding it out with the 3 victory royales. But one thing I do want to call out, Hogman, only one hanging out at 4 and was also only 2 elims off of the elim leader here, who's sitting up 43, which was Innocent, who we know. And also special shout out to Nate Hill. Had a nice little clip of himself doing the cartwheel emo and playing on the guitar there, so able to snag his second place